Yo, what's good, y'all? We're here in another reaction video. Look, our friend Shay. Shay with the hobby. Shout out to Shay with the hobbies. Check out her Twitch. Uh, told me told me about these videos. Now, I'm gonna be reacting to two of these, and one of these she sent me. She sent me one of these. I can't remember which one, but she sent me one of these about the fall off of Dreamville, low key. Ari Lennox, Earth Gang, Jid. She said they all might be leaving. So I wanted to check out the video she said, and another one that I also saw
That's
to see what
just
was
my
going
thoughts,
on.
Shawan
See what was
Markham.
going
Shout out
on,
to
cause
everybody
like
that's been
I'm a big fan
subscribing,
of Dreamville,
commenting,
so
liking, sharing.
I'm hoping,
Appreciate y'all for all of that.
I'm
Y'all know I
hoping it's
do this
not that
independently.
serious.
Shoot it myself, edit it myself, post it myself as a one-man operation. Appreciate all y'all. Also, thank you to everybody who checked out the live stream that we did the other night on Justin Hunt's channel, the Company Man's channel. It was me, Curtis King, Professor Sky,
Curtis,
FD Signifier, and Absa. I'm not gonna say her name because maybe I get demonetized if I curse within the first minute. I don't know, but y'all know what it is. And Justin Hunt. So we had a good time. We had a good conversation. Check that out on Justin Hunt's channel if you haven't. This week in Dreamville news. That's what I want to talk about today. I was really gonna make a video about Earth Gang's new album, just shouting out Earth Gang's new album, and then Ari Lennox wants to leave the label, right? So this happened. Like this is all happening at the same time, and Jid dropped a crazy verse with Ab Soul on the song appropriately titled Crazier. So this week in Dreamville news, right? That's what we're gonna talk about. I'll start with Ari Lennox. I'm gonna try to get through this. It's a complicated story, but for those who don't know, she went on IG today, depending on when you see this, because I think I'm gonna make this available for members right away. And then you might see it the next morning. But she went on IG today, IG Live, and there's audio, and she wants out of her deal with Interscope and Dreamville, right? That's the headline. The last straws seem to be around the promotion or lack thereof of her Smoke video, which came out on YouTube about October 18th, so almost 2 weeks, as well as an interview video that she didn't want to come out that came out. She didn't say what that video was. My assumption, and I could be wrong, If I'm wrong, I will admit that I'm wrong. If y'all know better, please tell me better. But I believe it was the recent interview that was released on Terrell Grice's YouTube channel that bothered her. That's what it seems like. That's the most recent Ari interview that it seems to line up. But I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, and I will correct it. I'm just making a educated guess here. But it was an outside interview. It was outside of her label, and you know, she didn't want it to come out. I guess at some point during the interview, and with Terrell Grice's channel, some of the clips are out, and then for members, I guess the full thing, the members can see. So I'm assuming it's in the member section. But it seemed like she didn't exactly say, but that she doesn't want to talk about mental health. She said she doesn't want to have interviews with people and have the conversation about mental health. She doesn't want to be the poster child for mental health. She was like, people keep asking her every time she speaks, every time they see her if she's okay, if it's so I mean, look, man, people care. Like, also, Ari has come out and has said that things aren't okay, at least with her music and the business. And she made it very clear when she spoke. She said, listen, I love my life. This is not a cry for help type of thing, but she's very frustrated with the industry. But she says she just doesn't want to have these mental health conversations. Okay, fair. You know what I'm saying? And she also said she doesn't feel protected by her label. And she
yep,
talked about how
that's what I heard.
she so because I guess what happened was she asked her label to make sure that interview doesn't come out, or to take the interview down, and it seems like the label being Interscope was not able to do this, or could not oblige, or could not just make it happen. And me being a media person, I understand if you do an interview outside of your label, like, things have to be agreed upon. It depends on what the agreement was.
Right.
I know if somebody does an interview with me, man, or where I'm at with Genius or whatever, we talk about it beforehand. We definitely talk about talking points and stuff like that. But money gets spent on production. Imagine spending, and production costs aren't cheap. Imagine spending money on a production, and then now you can't release that. You kind of got to eat that cost. But there's different things. I don't even want to get into it. Let me not even do that. Let me not speculate, because I don't know what was talked about beforehand or what wasn't. So that's not fair to any of the parties involved. But the label doesn't always have control over what gets published and
That's true though.
when they're setting up interviews in the media with you. But regardless, she says she doesn't feel protected by her label. She also talked about how she needed advertising for her label, and she said that she was paying for her own Google ads. Seemed like that she was unhappy with the performance of the Smoke video, which has a couple of 100,000 views. I think it's almost up at about 500,000 views, and she has 700,000 subscribers. She said she just wasn't happy with. It seemed like she wasn't happy with how that was promoted, and she said that she was paying for Google ads on her own, and that she just wants to be released. I'll play a little bit of the audio for it. Like,
I'm pretty sure I've heard this song, the Smoke song. I think I've heard it.
no, it's not okay. So I just want to be released. And it's just that simple. And I'm tired of being nice. And I was trying to do everything the right way. But now I'm pissed. This was my final straw. Like, I have communicated effectively, and no one cares. So now we're here in toxic ass social media world. Or this is how I'm deciding to express myself in a toxic way. Like, but we're here, and I don't know how else to like. I don't know how else to get it through people's thick head. Like, stop playing with me. Like, stop playing with me, and I'm tired of being nice. I'm tired of being nice.
Boom. All right. She also said in her
That thing
live
is
that
18
Dreamville doesn't
minutes
believe in
long.
paying for ads. Like Dreamville doesn't do like Google ads and Facebook ads and stuff like that.
She never even had a fucking chance. Like, the label Dreamville literally is telling me to my face they don't believe in advertisements. They don't believe in Google ads. What am I supposed to do with that information? Google ads, Instagram ads. And I'm happily was just like, goodbye social media, until I realized, well, God damn it, half of the fucking world is on social media. How else am I supposed to promote myself? And then I look into the lens of my business, and I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah. Instagram is damn near what's keeping me relevant.
And she also said she was just exhausted with the music industry, right? She talked about wanting to walk away from social media. And if you've been paying attention, 2 weeks ago, she said that she wanted to quit social media. She made that announcement. But she talked about wanting to walk away from social media, but not being able to walk away because it seems like she doesn't get her label to advertise or to run ads for when she has new music coming out. And what's the other way of letting fans know when you have new music coming out? It's through your social media, it's through your Instagram, it's through posting. So
Yeah.
she said that she wants to walk away from social media, but she can't.
Yeah, that
And she
does
said
kind
that
of suck.
she refuses to drop an album that nobody will listen to. There's a lot going on here, right? She also said she doesn't want to go independent because that was going to be my next thing. Was like, well, it just maybe feels like the major label system isn't for everybody, and maybe independent is the way to go because you could do it on your own term. But she says she doesn't want to go independent. Here's the audio for that.
I'm tired. I don't want to go independent. I'm just letting y'all know this is what's happening. And I'm done.
Then
So,
on her,
so it really just seems like she wants to get more. She wants to get promoted more. She wants the label to protect her. In that case of the protection thing, though, if the interview was outside the label, which I don't know how far deep that goes, but like that could go either way right there on that situation. But I still understand like she felt unprotected, and her feeling is valid. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, but there might be they could also have a reason to why they couldn't do anything about it, or they could not. But for the promotion though, I don't why does Dreamville not do ads? I didn't even know that. Like, why does Dreamville not do ads? I don't get that. I don't get it. I don't get it.
IG stories, I'll just read what she wrote and I'll put it on the screen. She says, Interscope and Dreamville have been playing with me all month and I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired of people treating me like they're sorry for me and like I'm the face of mental health. I'm okay and I've never been happier. What I don't like is being signed and lied to and manipulated. Not one person at those labels ever knew how to market or protect me. I don't know the half. Constant letdown and neglect. This industry stuff will never be for me. So that's where we are with Ari Lennox. For Ari, look, I think, and hopefully she could find it, that she could just find a situation where she'll be happy, right?
Right.
To me, most likely, I think that's an independent situation where she could drop and promote music the way she sees fit. And you know, there are some independent situations where, and she was very clear. She clearly said, "I don't want to be independent." But you know, there's independent situations like Empire, who don't operate like they have major resources, but they're not a major label. So you may be able to get like label services through somebody like Empire,
Mm.
and be independent, but not fully be in that system. I can't speak. She has to know what
Yeah.
she wants for her.
Yeah.
Can she get out of that deal with Interscope and Dreamville? I mean, I guess it depends on how much she owes the label, like whatever the business is. None of us know.
Right.
But the industry
Gotta
just
depends
doesn't
on
seem
that
for her. The
contract.
talent is never a question, right? We never question Ari Lennox's talent, you know. But this industry doesn't seem for her. It'll be interesting to see what she does going forward. One thing to note though, you know, and I believe that labels should figure out how to market and promote music. But look at how many layoffs just happened at UMG and Interscope. Like, you think this wasn't gonna affect budgets, like layoffs? They cut headcount for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure that marketing budgets just got slashed as well. And this is not making an excuse for the labels, but I think there's just a domino effect of the slashes and the cost cutting that we've been seeing at all these major labels. And now you're seeing one artist being very vocal about how they're affected by it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe this was going on for some time, but I know with those layoffs, with all the stuff that happened at UMG, like, that doesn't make it better. That doesn't help.
Right.
So, you know, it's just interesting to see how many artists may come on and talk about this. You know, and look, you know, also, you know, this isn't an era when we talk about marketing and promotion, right? And Google ads and stuff like that. Yeah, you're competing for attention, because this isn't an era where you take an ad out in a magazine and you somehow have to convince the audience to get up and go to the store, go to Best Buy or Circuit City or Virgin Megastore and buy a CD, right?
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing is every record ever recorded is on your phone. The fans already spent the money. That $9.99 or $11.99 or whatever you pay for Spotify and Apple comes out of your account every month automatically. So the money's already spent, and now you're vying for the attention with all the other stuff is out. Hey, press play on this. All you have to do is click. You know, I think the problem with the music industry now and in the streaming era was that it was changed. The business was changed to cater to the casual fan. There were fans who would go to the record store every week, or at least buy a CD a month. You know what I'm saying? I think fans who maybe went into a record store and bought a CD a month were considered super fans, right? I forget what the actual statistic is, but the streaming thing was like, hey, let's make it easier and let's capture all of these casual fans who barely walk into a CD store and get their dollars. The problem is that when you cater to, when you build the business around the habits of a casual fan, then you can't be surprised when the casual fan acts casually about the music. And this is not an Ari Lennox problem. This is not, Ari is the artist. This is, Ari didn't do this. This is the way that the business is run. So you know, it'll just be interesting to see what's next. I say all this to say I think it's a bigger conversation. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but something's coming around the corner that's not streaming, because I think the streaming is clear that it has a ceiling. It's clear that it's not working for everybody. It's clear like that this digital, and we're not going. You know, I don't necessarily know that we're going all the way back to physical product either, but this is just not working for a lot of artists. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be interesting to see what's coming. But that I went off on a tangent because that has nothing to do with Ari. What sucks about this news, right? Bringing it right back to Dreamville. What sucks about this news is that this comes right as Earth Gang. Shout out to Dot. Shout out to Olu, man. This comes right as Earth Gang's new album, Perfect Fantasy.
Right.
Like, it just dropped.
I gotta go listen to that now,
so
because I didn't even know they had
and the way the internet works, right?
that was dropped.
The way the media operates, the way that the public clicks, the way that y'all click, the way that I click, the way that it works. Ari Lennox wanting to leave her label is gonna get way more clicks, way more media attention, way more posts, way more YouTube videos than Earth Gang's new album. It's just the way it works, and everybody is complicit. You know what I'm saying? And Earth Gang don't deserve that, man. So the album dropped on Tuesday, a day after Tyler dropped on Monday. You know, that was like a dope release. Oh shit, we're getting away from Friday releases. Earth Gang had also planned, I think before Tyler even announced, I think Earth Gang
Mm.
had announced before Tyler that they were dropping on the Tuesday. And so we're getting out of these Friday releases from these major label artists. So that's cool. They're doing what works for them. But I just want to say on this Earth Gang album, the album is dope.
Yeah, I gotta go
Musically,
check that
like
out.
the vibe of it is dope. First off, golly, like good intro, like just a good way to set up the project. When you get to record number 2, Deep Blue record features Lil Dragon.
Never
The
heard
record's
that.
6 minutes long. The vocals don't even come in until about a minute and 20 seconds in. It's dope fucking music. Like that Deep Blue record off of Earth Gang's Perfect Fantasy. If y'all don't listen to nothing else on the album,
I'm gonna check
and it's
it
not
out.
a rap record, but like
I'm gonna check it out.
Deep Blue, dope music. And the album is full of it. Now, full of records like that, right? A number of records on the
Yo,
album
what's good?
were
What's good?
released
What's good?
So the hardcore Earth Gang fans are gonna say, okay, I've heard
Bro,
Osmosis, I've
what?
heard Perfect Fantasy, I've heard Put in Work, I've heard Black Light. Those were on the Robophobia EP. You know, Bobby Boucher
That's
and Awake
insane.
and Imagine and Flavors of Karma and Die Today was on RIP
What's
Human
good?
Art EP. And what they did was
Wait,
they
EP.
combined those EPs and put them together and then put more songs on top of it and made an album. I'm
Mm.
not mad at them at repackaging the album this way. It kind of goes back to what Ari was saying. I don't know if Earth Gang gets the best promotion, right? Like I think Earth Gang is like, if you know, you know, they absolutely have fans,
Yeah.
but Earth Gang is not the biggest group in
Yeah.
hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
You know, for real.
But they make incredible music, and I feel like dropping those EPs, and then
Apple
when it's
Music,
album
dude.
time, we're gonna combine these EPs and give you new records to make our album. I think it gives these records new life. You know what I mean? I think it's not like the records were they were bad records and still maybe underexposed. You didn't get the most out of these records. So them trying to repackage it for us, I know there are fans because there were people who hit me on Twitter and was like, but I heard so many of these records already.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
did you
I
love them?
don't
Were
know
they
nothing about that.
dope records? Where you listen to them again? Now you just listen to them in a new context. Like, I think part of being a fan of a group or any artist is wanting to see that artist grow.
Yeah.
So I wasn't mad. Like if there's any one criticism about this album, it's gonna be, oh, okay, we had heard these records. They started releasing these records on EPs in 2023 and then early in 2024. But again, I'm cool with it. I love RIP Human Art specifically when it dropped, and I think the repackaging of this is cool. I'm with it. I want to see Earth Gang get as much exposure as they can, open up new ears and audiences they can. They're giving these records new life. So another new record on. So Deep Blue, I'm telling you, incredible music. If you don't listen to Deep Blue, and then you gotta featuring Pharrell is a dope ass record. Dope
Oh.
ass record. Like you
Oh wait, no.
gotta
They
with
do. They
Pharrell,
do got
dope record, man.
one with
They talked
Pharrell.
about, they went on the Breakfast
I
Club
remember
and
that.
they talked about how they actually did it with the Neptunes. It actually started as a
Oh yeah.
Neptunes record, but I guess whatever's going on with Chad and Pharrell, unfortunately, changed the record. But Pharrell kind of crafted the record, so it's just him. So I think they took Chad's parts off, but it doesn't bother me none because I haven't heard the original record they worked on with the Neptunes. So you can't miss what you don't have, right? But the
Right.
record as it is right now is a great fucking record. Like dope ass record. So
Did I eat
definitely
yet?
check
No.
out You Got It.
Oh
Check
yes,
out
I
Deep
did.
Blue
Yes,
off
I
of
did.
this. I'm rocking with the album and I can't wait to live with it. Like I just want to
No,
like
I did
sit
not have
and
leftovers.
listen to it and live with it. And then going on, what else is going on in Dreamville this week? There's a new
Yeah, what
Ab Soul
else?
joint with JID. It's called Crazier. They
Crazier.
both
Gotta
went
check it out.
crazy, just like the title suggests, right? Like Souls versus Insane, Jizz versus Crazy. I saw people suggesting that Jid diss Kendrick when he says this, right? And y'all gotta listen to it for yourselves. Y'all determine. He says, "Kill more in these fields. I hope you get your will wrote. Dome shot him. That's a third eye. You real woke. What's the reward? But what are the risks involved? What's the penalty for it? Get a pen, write his name on the bullet for your boy, and pull it when you blitz. You get a Pulitzer Award. Cheers." Now, I don't
Um,
I know what I hear. I don't hear the diss. Like if I'm
that's what I'm
Kendrick,
saying.
I don't hear the part that I'm supposed to be offended
A
by. Like I
burger,
think
I
it's
eat a
dope
burger.
wordplay, but feel the I don't hear the part that threatens me.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, what?
If you mention but, and you got to be fair now, like I don't hear it. Like where am I supposed to be offended? But if you mention Pulitzer in a rap right now, in this moment in time, in this climate, there is only one rapper who is a Pulitzer Prize winner, and that's Kendrick Lamar.
Mmm.
I don't think he should take this as a diss. I just don't feel the venom in it. Like if it was meant to be a diss, I'm like, oh, this needs. Then you need to be more direct and just harder with it. I don't think it's a diss, but I think some people might run with it. You
Dude,
can't be mad
Sunday.
if fans start to speculate.
Sunday.
If in this climate, if right now in this
I
moment,
mean, it
if
was
you
Thanksgiving.
say
What did I
write
expect?
his name on the
It was
bullet for your
Thanksgiving.
boy, then pull it when you blitz, you get a Pulitzer Award. There's only one. There's only one Pulitzer Prize winner in hip hop. So I don't think this goes further. Like I honestly think y'all let me know what y'all think. I really do want to know what y'all think. I don't think this is a thing. I don't think this goes
I
further.
don't think it was a diss.
But
That's like people saying what Kendrick said to Lil Wayne is a diss about him saying, "Oh, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down." That was not a diss. That was not a diss. I'm sorry. That was
you
not a
also got
diss.
to read the
Anyone that's saying
room,
that was
right?
a
And the
diss, that
temperature in
was
the room.
not a
Also,
diss.
that wouldn't have flown on a song with Ab Soul. Like I think Soul, you know, just you know where his allegiance lies. That's another reason why I'm like, this is not a thing. Like if this was a clear shot, like Soul would have been like, nah, I can't rock with this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So I really do. I honestly think it's nothing. But if this becomes a thing, and I'm this is just talk. This is just between me.
Hey, look. If Janet did come for Kendrick, listen, bro. Jed, don't do it, bro. Don't do it, bro. Jed is my favorite artist of all time. I cannot see him go against Kendrick. I can't watch that. I can't see that
And
happen,
me
bro.
and everybody who's watching this, my videos
He's
aren't
my
that big
favorite
yet. I'm not
artist of
putting
all
this in the
time,
headline. I'm
bro.
not
I
making it a
can't.
thing. I'm not making it a focal point. But it'll be interesting to see where this goes. I think this is nothing though. I think this comes and goes. And then he ends. You know, he goes on in the verse with more bullet wordplay when he says, "You know, it's gravy when the surveillance in the rear. We in the clear. Pick up them shell cases and make them cases disappear." Again, I just think it's dope wordplay. You know, the bullet for your boy, and then a couple of lines later. Surveillance in the rear, pick up the shell casings, make the cases disappear. I
I
just
gotta
think it's
hear
dope
it. I gotta
wordplay.
hear it, bro.
So
I
he
gotta
killed
hear
the
the
verse.
song,
Regardless, man,
man.
it's a dope ass song. And I think
Crazier,
Soul
crazier,
killed it.
crazier. Remember,
Soul
it's called
said,
Crazier.
this was my favorite from Soul. He said, he starts off, he said, no shit, I wrote this sitting outside the psych ward, cashing out. I be blacking out because it keeps the lights on. That's I be blacking out with the rhymes. Yo, he blacked out, but it keeps the lights on. Every time Soul goes crazy on the verse, he gets paid. It keeps the lights on. No shit, I wrote
That
this
was
shit
tough.
outside of the psych ward, cashing out. I be blacking out because it keeps the lights on. I'm the illest, it's in the air. You should get the lights off. Lots of trauma from the drama I saw. I need new eyeballs. Also, again, dope wordplay, but you know, Stephen John. Oh man, I forget the name of his syndrome, but you know, Soul has
Syndrome.
a syndrome. You know, it affects his vision. So
Ooh.
lots of trauma from the drama I saw. I need new eyeballs. Dope verse. Like if you like rap,
So I
smart
didn't know
rap
that.
raps, and
I
a
don't even
lot
know
of
who
y'all just
Soul
like
is. I might need
bars
to
and
go
like
check him out
raps,
because he seemed like
check that
somebody
shit out. If
who's
you
been
haven't
in this
checked it out,
industry for a
Absol
minute now.
Jay Crazier. Um, and that's it for now, man. I just wanted to talk about what's going on in Dreamville. Mostly good, mostly dope. The Ari Lennox thing, we got to see how that plays out. We also seen Ari speak out before, lash out before. You know, this isn't some.
So it seems to literally just be Ari who's talking about leaving. But she also does want to be independent, so she'll have to like try to figure out what other label she can go to that won't try to screw her over. I don't know. We're gonna find out in the next video, see if there's any more information. But if y'all like this one, link will be in the description. If y'all enjoyed the reaction, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next reaction video. Peace.